Welcome back to the A to Z of networking. This time, we're here to look at you. Take your time to understand how you can help people in your network and make sure that you don't assume that they understand your business as well as you do. Invest time with the key people in your network to sit down and have conversations. Really get under the skin of what they do, who they do it for, what their challenges are and how you can support them. So you have a clear pathway ahead in terms of where that support can come from. And also do the same the other way. Understanding is key. It's one of the three main components that leads to good referrals, along with trust and opportunity. So make sure you devote some time to it and make sure you understand your network and they understand you. It's so easy to underestimate the value we can bring to others and the value they can bring to us. The conversations I've just talked about, when we talked about understanding, will help us get beyond that underestimation, but also get to know people. As I've talked about in an earlier video, get to know the person behind the name badge, get to know the person behind the business card, the job title. And that way we can stop underestimating people and really start adding value to each other's lives. Take away the quid pro quo from the support that you give people. Don't wait to see if they're going to scratch your back in return. Just reach out and scratch theirs. The results you want from your networking may come back from your network, not from that individual in your network. It's one thing to build relationships and build a strong network that's there for you, but that's not the whole task. You also need to feel comfortable asking for help, asking for support, asking for referrals when you need to. The key is to understand when people are ready to help you and support you, and then not be frightened to give them the pleasure of supporting you. I've talked a lot in this series about believing in yourself, about being able to speak up. And you absolutely should be happy to do so and take credit for your achievements. After all, as I've said before, if you don't believe in yourself, why would anyone else? But that doesn't mean you have to over-egg the pudding. Be humble in the way that you do it. Share your achievements, but have humility in the way you do so. And certainly when you say what you're going to offer someone, under-promise and over-deliver. It's far better than doing things the other way around. Stand out from the crowd, not in terms of gimmicks, but understand what makes you different from your competitors. Understand what makes you different from other people in the relationships that you build. Very often the way you can be unique, the way you can stand out from the crowd is to be more supportive of people in your network. But really understand what you can do to do that in a constructive way rather than a gimmicky way. Business models are changing, and networks are the engine that drive a lot of the disruption that we see in the markets these days. You only have to look at the big success stories like Uber and Airbnb, or the sites like Amazon and TripAdvisor that are driven by what your friends say and what your friends buy to understand exactly the central role that networks take. So what are you doing about that? How can you harness the power of networks to drive your business forward? How adaptable are you? What collaborations are out there that really could make that difference and give you a huge leap forward? Always be respectful and supportive, even, believe it or not, of your competitors. Ubuntu is a Southern African philosophy that's based around forming a bond between humanity, all built around sharing. Somehow, that seemed quite appropriate for this A to Z. Networking is completely useless. It's a complete waste of time. That is, if you have no strategy, no objectives, no direction. If you put everything else in place, you'll be fine. So that was you. Come back for the A to Z of networking next time when we look at the letter V.